Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends comic classic Black Panther from the Attuma wave, from the Wakanda Forever wave, and I am so happy to have this guy. I've been waiting for this for so long. We have been in such a desperate need for a Black Panther, a good classic Black Panther that actually had an articulated body, because for the longest time, every Black Panther that we've gotten has been on a body that has been super limited for no reason, and it's Black Panther. Like, they really, because I mean, even this thing, I mean, this is like as perfect as we can get for right now, kind of, because it would have been nice if they would have like taken the Vulcan body and like the retro Spidey body and had like a beautiful child, which would have been perfect for the Daredevil instead of doing the retro body on that. And it would have been perfect for this Black Panther because we would have gotten all that range out of it, but this guy has great range. But without further ado, let's get into what he comes with. So obviously he comes with a piece for Attuma. I don't remember which piece it is because I've already put some of him together already and I don't feel like looking at the box. But he pretty much comes with everything you see on him currently. He doesn't come with like a spear or anything like that like the Walmart one did. But he comes with, obviously you can see the claw hands on there, but he comes with a pair of fists as well. And these are really nice. They have the sculpted lines into them. I love these. They look awesome. They're obviously back and forth hinges, but these look good. And some people have actually taken some blue paint and painted the gauntlets and then put like black inside the grooves, and it looks so beautiful. But I personally probably won't do that. I may potentially give this a black wash over the grooved parts just to see what it does. But he comes with clawed hands, as I said, which, of course, he's Black Panther. He wouldn't be Black Panther without his claw hands. And these are actually kind of sharp, too. They're not, like, going to cut you or anything, but they're, you know, you can tell that they come to a point, I mean, just by looking at them. But they feel like they come to a point, which is nice. Then, of course, he also comes with the cloak, which this, for me, is very reminiscent of the old Toy Biz Black Panther. I know it's obviously not as big as that one, and, you know, he's not gold or anything like that. But this, the cloak for it, really, it hits a nostalgia point for me, which is weird because that was a figure that I always wanted, but I never was able to get it. And I should get it at some point because that figure looked amazing. But it hits that like little sweet spot of nostalgia for me, and I like it. But it is very easy to take off, so all you have to do is just pop his head off, actually. That is the easiest thing to do for this. Just pop his head off, pull the cloak over his head like so, and then pull it down over his body, put his legs together so the rope doesn't like get snagged or anything. Because you don't want to, you know, do this multiple times and have it tear or something. Because this, you know, this is just a piece of plastic right here. It's kind of flimsy, but not too terribly flimsy. But it's a nice rubbery kind of material-ish. It's a little bit harder of a plastic, but not too bad. Let's put the head back on here, though, if I can find it. Let's see. There we go. But I love how this looks, just without the cloak. I think he looks fantastic. And I'm trying to debate because I've seen some people take him, actually, and put on the necklace from the retro, I believe, wave. And I think that also looks pretty cool. I think that looks nice. He looks a little bit more real. I mean, obviously, it would look nice if it was glued down and all that, but I think it looks more classic, and it looks a lot more Hickman's run on Avengers and New Avengers. I think it looks a lot more like that when you just have him like this, which is just awesome, because that's such a kick-ass story for Black Panther. He's awesome in that story. But yeah, that's all he comes with, so let's get into the detail on the figure. And we kind of already went over the detail, because the real only detail that he has is, because he's literally just the Vulcan body, but it's cast in black, which is beautiful. He's got the belt, which has some nice grooves in it and a nice little kind of trapezoid-ish shape. But he's got the grooves on the gauntlets, which look really good. I like these. Got the same thing for the boots as well, if it would focus. If it would focus, I said. There we go. It's got the nice kind of shoes going on. They look good. I like them. But then for the head, obviously, that is the other part of this, which looks really nice as well. I like this. It looks good. It looks like a modern version of that original Black Panther we got on the Bucky Cap body, which is really cool. But I like the silver in the eyes as well. I think they look good. As for his articulation, his head can go up that far, which is really solid. If this would focus, if it would go up that far, down that far, shift back and forth a little bit, but tiny bit of tilt, rotation, of course. Shoulders go out that far, really good. Butterfly joints can make his arms go in that far, pretty good. Can go back that far, not bad. which actually I did see someone do a mod where if you heat up the arms and pop them out, the pegs are just a little too long. So if you snip it off, but not too much so the arms can't go back in, but if you snip it off just a little bit, you actually get a lot more range than butterflies. So I may try that myself, but we will see on that one. He has bicep swivel, of course. He's got double jointed elbows that go up all the way. Awesome. Both sets of hands go back and forth on the hinges and then rotate, of course. As for his torso, it can go that far forward, pretty good. That far back, he's got waist swivel. Thighs, make his legs go out that far, pretty good. Can go that far forward and that far back. Can rotate at the thigh. The double jointed knees, which this is the thing that annoys me the most, is that for some reason the lower knees on every Vulcan body that I've gotten, because I got 2 Vulcans and then this one Black Panther so far, the lower legs are so tight to where you can kind of see, this would focus. Why am I having so much trouble focusing today on this? What are you doing, camera? Thank you. But you can see there's a little bit of gap going on because it's starting to bend the peg where the boots plug in, and that's really scary. And it's annoying, and I hate it, but it's fine. So hopefully over time, you know, this mold will start to kind of break down a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Not too much, you know. But a little bit to where that'll get a little loose. But boot swivel, of course. Feet go back that far, up that far, which is really good. So you can get him into a nice kind of crouching-ish pose. And then, of course, ankle pivot. And now onto some size comparisons. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four-Wave Doctor Doom and the controller Build-A-Figure Wave Blue Marvel. And I think this looks really good. The original Black Panther, not the original actually, the most recent Black Panther from that retro wave was actually on this Blue Marvel body, which is the Grim Reaper body, right? I don't know, I can't remember. But that body, and they're actually about the same height, which is pretty good. So that's nice. And one thing I did want to try, because I just want to see, because if you look at this stock Blue Marvel, he's supposed to have gray in his hair. And I was wondering if maybe, what if we painted like a beard on it or something like that? But I know obviously T'Challa didn't really have a beard in the beginning whenever he first debuted. So you could add that, but he also doesn't really have to have one. But I wanted to see how this head swap actually looks. Because if you get another Blue Marvel and you paint the gray better, and then maybe if you put a beard or something, you know, just something, or even change the hair just to make T'Challa, you know, and look a little different. I think this doesn't look too bad as like a base. If you wanted to add on to this head sculpt to get a good T'Challa head, I think it works. I think it looks pretty good, actually. And then here he is next to the Bucky Cap body Daredevil, the yellow suit version, and then the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, which just came out. I think this looks really good as well. He's taller than Peter, which works, and he's taller than Matt, which also works. But I wanted to show this Daredevil because obviously the original Black Panther, the original couple at least, were on the Bucky Cap mold. So he's he's bigger, he's broader, he has a lot more articulation, which is always good. So yeah, I think this looks pretty solid. And then, as always, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Retro Captain America and the Mezco Netflix Daredevil. And I think this looks really good as well. If you want to put maybe a cloth suit or something like that on this figure to have him blend in with your comic book Mezcos, I think it would look fantastic. And then, obviously, having him with Captain America, having the classic cap with the classic Black Panther. I love these two. These were two of my favorite characters in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's where I first fell in love with Black Panther, actually. So it's really cool to have these two together and to build, because I'm doing pretty well with building a Earth's Mightiest Heroes shelf. We just need Hasbro. Hey, come here for a second, Hasbro. We need a classic Warbird, aka the original Miss Marvel. We need that desperately. Please give us that in the Marvels wave. We also need an actual updated Captain Marvel too. So can we please get that? Just please, Hasbro, please. I'm begging you, please. No one's listening from Hasbro, but please. But overall, I really enjoy this figure. He's perfect for what he needs to be, you know, which is a classic Black Panther. And you can get him into some really solid poses. Like if I just pick him up real quick and I put him in a nice pose for you guys while I give you my final thoughts here. He's very fun to pose around. He's very easy to pose around. There's like just a quick little kind of thing that you can do. And then bam, you got like a classic Black Panther. He's just pouncing, you know, like it's great. He's very perfect for what he needs to be. I mean, of course, it would be nice if he had like the retro Spidey articulation with the like ball joint, diaphragm joint, and then the ab crunch there. Would have been cool, but this is perfect, especially because you never know. With the fact that we're getting Secret Wars stuff, was T'Challa? T'Challa wasn't in Secret Wars, was he? I can't remember if he was or not. It's been a while, but if he was, it'd be nice to get a Mafex. Can you imagine a Mafex comic Black Panther? That figure would be absolutely beautiful. That's the only company that could give this figure a run for its money in terms of a classic Black Panther. Although, well, actually, in terms of a classic Black Panther, in terms of comic book Black Panther, Revoltech might have them beat, but that's also technically not comic related. And I love this figure. I still kind of want to get that Revoltech because that thing is just beautiful. That thing looks like it's gonna pose like a dream. But this is perfect for every type of Black Panther that you need it to be. This is perfect for it. Whether you want it to be a base for something, you know, for a Black Panther custom, or a base for something else, it's perfect. Whether you want it to fit in with your classic Avengers or your new or current Avengers, it works perfectly. You know, whatever you need this Black Panther to be, it's perfect for it. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you.